Good afternoon. Welcome to the press conference for Nick Kyrgios. Please remember to raise your hand, state your name and organisation when asking a question. Nick will just start. Just give us your thoughts. That was quite a match.
I was really impressed with just Brandon today. Honestly, I didn't watch too much of his matches before today. Obviously, I looked at the draw and looked at some of the people he beat. Shapovalov, he won juniors here, so I knew that Nakashima was going to bring a pretty good level today, but I just felt so many areas of his game were impressive for me. Second serve, I thought was unbelievable. I wasn't able to attack it. His backhand was so good. Anytime he got on a return, I felt like he made it, pushed it back in play. And for me, I knew from the get-go I wasn't playing as well as I would have liked. I wasn't feeling the ball like I was against Tsitsipas or Krajinovic, so I just knew I had to keep my head down and just battle today. It was just a good mental performance. At the end of the fourth, complete rope-a-dope tactic. I just threw away that service game. I wanted him, because I knew that he was in a rhythm. He was starting to get on top of me, and I just kind of wanted to throw him off a little bit, and it worked.
That all being the case, Nick, how do you feel about what you've achieved today and where it puts you for the rest of this tournament?
As I said, I'll keep having the same mentality, taking one match at a time. I can clearly understand how he made fourth round here. He's a hell of an opponent, and everyone now is obviously feeling pretty good. They feel like they're seeing the ball, so everyone's capable at this point in time. There's 8 players left. So I just want to continue to do the right things physically, professionally. My team does such a good job. I do so much physio work. We all stay as a close-knit team, and we're just doing this together. So hopefully we can keep going.
Hey Nick, Matt Futterman from the New York Times. Can you talk us through the shoulder? Just you seemed so uncomfortable in the first set, and by the end you were serving 137 miles per hour on the gun. What was going on?
I woke up after Tsitsipas and had some shoulder pain. I've played so much tennis in the last month and a half, so I almost knew that it was time for my body to start feeling some niggles, but I think that's normal. At this time in the event, I don't think anyone is feeling 100%. Obviously Rafa, you see him dealing with something niggling all the time. I just don't think there's anyone feeling 100%, so there's something I'll just manage, and mentally I feel like I just deal with these things a lot better now. Obviously early in my career, I don't think I would be able to kind of, I knew today that I wasn't feeling 100%, but mentally I stayed quite calm, with that, knowing that I wasn't able to serve full out for the whole 5 sets. Obviously I had to take painkillers, but I just, as I said, I wasn't returning well for a period of time, and then I just stuck to my guns in the 5th set, and then started, I felt like the level in the 5th set for me was raised, where his level kind of went away a little bit.
Simon?
Simon Briggs, Daily Telegraph. What would it mean to you to get to a semi at this level?
That's not my goal. I was telling people back home that I wanted to go for the title this year round. I'm not thinking about lifting a trophy or making semi-finals or making the final. I'm just thinking about my habits every day, just trying to, put in a good performance on the court, and then put in a good practice sessions, try and stay positive, try and really separate, once I'm off the court, enjoy time with my team, my girlfriend, and just really just enjoy that, and then get into the game mode. I'm not thinking about anything ahead or any goals like that. I'm just really trying to stay in the moment.
Willie Weinbaum from ESPN. Nick, there have been times in your career where you've discussed not enjoying the sport, not having the foremost motivation. How would you describe what you're experiencing right now on the court in terms of enjoyment and motivation?
Well, I just feel like I've been through so much, and I feel like I'm able to stay more composed. And today I was almost just smiling and laughing to myself on the far side, just knowing I was locked in an absolute battle, where in the past I wasn't able to kind of enjoy that. Like, I kind of was enjoying the fact that I was like, 2-1. Obviously before I lost the 4th, he was playing really well. I wasn't playing that great, but I was almost enjoying the competitiveness That's probably the first time in my career where I wasn't playing well, regardless of, playing centre court Wimbledon, fully packed crowd. I was able to just say like, wow, like look how far I've come to myself. I was bouncing the ball before I served and I really just smiled to myself. I was like, we're here, we're competing at Wimbledon and putting in a good performance mentally. It was rewarding. I thought if I didn't play and stay calm and it was a really good mental performance today, but I think I'm enjoying the battle a bit more. I'm expecting everyone to play well against me now because, for him, I was that kid once who stepped on that court and being the underdog, where today it was me walking on centre court, being the favourite. It was completely different for me, different feeling, but I was able to navigate that.
Hi Nick, many congratulations. We'll ride Epic Kent live. You've spoken with incredible honesty about the dark times you've gone through and off the court and how you've turned your life around over these last 2 years. Could you just reflect on that journey and how you're doing now, sitting there as a Wimbledon quarter-finalist?
Well, look, there was a time where I was having to be forced out of a pub at 4 a.m. to play Nadal second round. Like my agent had to come get me out of a pub at 4 a.m. before I played my match on centre court Wimbledon. So I've come a long way, that's for sure. But I think just daily habits and the people around me. I've got an incredible support crew. My physio is one of my best friends. My best friend's my agent. I've got the best girlfriend in the world. I've just got so many people around me who they just support me, and I feel like I just can reflect on all those dark times when I pushed them all away, and now I'm caught to sit here quarterfinals of Wimbledon and feeling good, feeling composed, feeling mature, and having that around me. I'm extremely blessed, and I feel like I'm just comfortable in my own skin.
Hi Nick, Tamani Kara, Guardian. You on the court you sounded like a bit of an old veteran when talking about Brandon. Do you feel like it? Playing against a 20-year-old on centre court.
Yeah, well, people often forget. This is almost my 10th year on tour. I kind of feel like I was the first guy who broke through young, like at 19, beating Rafa at Wimbledon. I feel like I was the first young guy to kind of show all the other guys like Zverev and Thiem and stuff that they were able to do it as well. I feel like I was kind of that first one to break the mold. And then obviously you look at guys like Alcaraz, Sinner, who are just absolutely fearless. I feel like, I don't know, I think a lot of players think like Federer, Djokovic, Nadal are almost gods and you can't like hurt them. But I feel like I showed that one of them was human that day. And I feel like, I definitely feel like I've been around for a long time. People don't really realise, like I'm 27 now. And I was playing here. I played juniors here as well, 16. So I've been here so much, so I feel comfortable here. But I definitely feel a bit like a bit of a veteran now.
Scott, from the age, there were a lot of critics after the Tsitsipas match. Were you able to block that out, just ignore what was being said?
Honestly, I don't care. Like I just smile. Like it's so funny. Like I joke around with my team about it so much. Like it's hilarious. I almost just wake up and read things and I just laugh. And I never forget things like the people say, whether it was 3-4 years ago, like things that just stick with me. I have a massive chip on my shoulder and I just love, like I sit here now in quarterfinals Wimbledon again and I just know there's so many people that are so upset.
You do consume it all though? Like you
I
see
don't
it?
consume it all. I just like, it's a good feeling.
Hi Nick, congrats on the win today. Your team were up and out of their seats practically every point you were winning. I wondered how that affected you. How did it give you energy at moments that you were kind of low early on?
Yeah, I started off pretty flat. I didn't start off flat. I just felt like I wasn't able to find the court. I felt like the dimensions were a bit like, it's such a big court, but I felt like the court was quite small for about an hour and a half. I felt like I couldn't play as free or play as consistent as I've been playing. And I felt like my team kind of knew that I was a bit, obviously, being the favourite there today, it's a different feeling to how I've been walking out there usually. But, in the fifth set, in the closing moments when I look at them and there's a million thoughts racing through my head, like people won't understand how many thoughts actually are running through your head in that moment of time, especially for me, because I just think about everything prior to leading up to this moment, and I'm talking years of things that are racing through my mind. So when I look at them, it just gives me that even if it's 1%, 2% of stability in that moment, it helps. So like they deal with a lot of shit, that's for sure, from me, but they always support me, which is, it just goes such a long way.
From outside, if you see this tennis world, how much different is Mr. Nick Kyrgios compared to the other tennis players? And is more different by personality, charisma, game?
On the court or off the court?
Yeah, whatever you think. I mean, try to be in our part of the desk.
Well, none of you really know me at all. Like, you don't hang out with me at all. So you only kind of see what you see on the court, and it's always been a bit of a roller coaster. So I understand how it's mixed reviews. But I don't know. People just love to just have an opinion. You know, I'm just, even though I'm trying new things or trying to be different, you all have an opinion. So, but as for, you know, my close friends in the locker room, like Jack Sock, Jordan Thompson, Thanasi, like I have so many friends and they know how I am. You know, I don't take myself too seriously at all. You know, I love to just come in the locker room and joke around, and I'll always support them, and they know that after all tennis is said and done, like I'm still going to be there, like as a good friend of theirs. And, you know, I have conversations with Andy all the time. Like, I just feel like, I don't know, you guys don't know me at all. Like, you've never actually hung out with me. So it's a lot of fun.
Talking about fun, that you said you were going to have a wine tonight to celebrate. What is the plan tonight for relaxing sort of?
I'll probably just have dinner with my team and just relax, honestly. It's so good. I just feel like I can really separate. It's important. I don't think in the past when I've gotten this far in a Grand Slam or when I've played big matches, I haven't been able to separate. You know, I used to be on my phone a lot after matches like this, or when you get on a result like this, it's so easy to be, you know, attached to technology and seeing everyone's opinion on the match or highlights or anything like that. But I feel like I'm able to really switch off from that, and that's a big part of my growth. I think, you know, I've obviously being obsessed with my girlfriend helps, but I'm just able to just really just let that go and just enjoy my dinner and wake up the next day and just separate tennis and life. I think that's the most important thing.
Matt Dunn from the Daily Express. Nick, it's interesting your comments earlier about the controversy that just seems to materialise around you. We all know the Wimbledon dress code rules are very strict. Competitors must be dressed in suitable tennis attire that's almost entirely white, and this applies from the point at which the player enters the court surround.
Yep.
Why then would you walk onto centre court with bright red trainers on and do an interview in a red cap?
Because I do what I want.
So you're above the rules?
No, I'm not above the rules.
So what is it? They don't apply to you?
Well, I just like wearing my Jordans.
But there are rules specifically against that. The referee, I don't want to spoil the surprise, but the referees are going to be speaking to you about it.
That's okay.
Afterwards, and that's okay.
I'll wear some triple whites tomorrow.
But that's fine then. So everyone else in both draws follows.
But no one else, even after Wimbledon, like no one else really walks with Jordans on the court.
Okay, Matt, sorry, we're gonna.
But sorry, no, I'm just trying to say, Nick's just moaned about the controversy that surrounds him.
I haven't moaned. I love
Well,
it.
you've laughed it off, so that's all part of it, isn't it?
Well, yeah, it's more attention for me. What's that saying? Any publicity is good publicity, right?
If you say so.
Keep doing you then, champion.
Nick, back on tennis for me. Any thoughts on Garin? Because it's a big chance. You played just 2 quarterfinals in your career. You said you've been here for a lot of time. It's true, but it's 7 years and a half. You were missing a quarterfinal. So, any thoughts about the match? It looks like a good opportunity, no?
Yeah, of course. You look at that was Berrettini's, you know, little section, and when you see Berrettini not there, it's a sigh of relief for I think every player in the draw. Obviously, finalists of Wimbledon, and I think probably, arguably top 3 players on grass in the world. Berrettini for sure. So, yeah, I look at it as a big opportunity. But Garin's obviously playing great tennis. I walked on centre court today with seeing the score 2-0 de Minaur, and they were in a battle. So I was expecting to play Alex. Obviously, I think Alex is a bit more comfortable on the grass. But then when I walked off court and I got told that it was Garin, it was surprising. But I look at it as an opportunity, but I need to do so many things before that match to get ready. I need to, you know, rest, recover, eat right, get good sleep. There's so many things, so many steps before I go out there and compete again. So.
Okay, we're going to have to wrap it up there. Sorry, we've got
Okay.
lots of other things to do. So.
Thanks.
You want one?